Hello everybody, welcome to Video Blog episode number 7, Fallen Flags, Crown Model Products, and Weaver Model Trains. So I figure I do both companies at the same time because there is some big significance. We'll start off with Crown Model Products. It was originally made by Don Stubbs of Northeast Trains in Peabody, Massachusetts. He had the molds made for both a reefer car and a steel boxcar. These cars were assembled in Waltham, Massachusetts. They did use Weaver trucks and couplers. Different runs produced different railroads. And he sold the company out locally, and they were produced for a while, and then Weaver ended up purchasing all the Crown Model product molds and toolings. I was introduced to Crown Model products in 2011 when I picked up 3 of the Santa Fe Grand Canyon reefers like the one you see above. Ever since then, I've found 3 more, so I have 6 in total, despite having most of them having the same road number. I found the New Haven boxcar at another train club swap meet, so I picked that up, and same thing with the Union Pacific hopper car. Crown Model Products made some nice train cars. I have to admit that. I miss them, and it's a very nice company. You can see all the detail undercarriage. They did a fantastic job with the undercarriage. And these cars are built pretty light, so you could run really long trains with just Crown Model product cars or Weaver cars. Now, in my case, I take every boxcar and reefer car apart, put some weight in them, and put them back together. These are very nice reefer cars. I've had no problems running them, and they are very nicely done reefer cars. If you see any reefer cars or box cars lying around that are Crown Model products, I highly recommend you pick them up. Very nicely done cars, and you won't be able to find anything like that in the 3-rail hobby again. Now we will move on to Weaver Model Trains. Weaver Model Trains was founded in 1965 by Bob and Shirley Weaver. It started as an operation producing wooden and white metal craftsman kits consisting of buildings and rolling stock in gauges from N to O. Over time, Quality Craft grew into a major manufacturer and supplier of ready-to-run plastic and brass O-gauge 2-rail and 3-rail scale models. Trains representing American railroad prototypes from the mid-20th century to the first part of the 21st century. Weaver was known for building engines and cars that have never been done before, one of them being the Pennsylvania Baldwin Sharknose BP-20AB set, such as this one right there, and producing train cars and other items that have never been seen or done before. Weaver made some very nice train cars and made a lot of nice engines. Now, there is a downside effect to it. Weaver closed their doors in 2015, and the one thing that is hard to get now are trucks for their cars. The trucks that Weaver used were plastic trucks, and the only way you could get trucks was buy Weaver cars that are out, or find a store that has Weaver trucks left. Now, MTH started making trucks for Weaver cars using their tooling and possibly MTH's tooling to build good trucks for replacement. I've seen a lot of cars that have fallen apart, and this is the only Weaver car I have left. Now, if you notice, the plastic is starting to go on it. I'm losing, I lost a part of the handrails, foot plates. Also lost part of this brake wheel. Weaver cars are nice, and this is the only Weaver car I got, and I think it's held up pretty well for as long as it's been around. Now, if you're looking for Weaver cars, best option is to see if any hobby shop has anything left. I know for a fact that one of the train clubs I belong to, there's a guy that buys collections, and once in a while he comes across a ton of Weaver stuff. One of my buddies in the Life Steam Club just bought a ton of Weaver cars for his Lionel Hybrid Brass Mikado. So he's been buying those to put behind that. And I know another member of my club that used to work for Kodak, and Kodak had these tank cars. They were black and yellow tank cars, and Weaver produced a ton of them. So he buys them up when he sees them out on the market. And the tank cars are similar to the Super O scale Lionel tank cars with the plastic body and all that stuff. So if you see any Weaver stuff out there, I highly suggest it's a good time to go out and buy it. Now, with their engines, they gave an option where you could get the TMCC 3-rail, the conventional 3-rail, or a 2-rail version of that model. And you could get it weathered for little to no extra charge. A lot of the K-Line engines out there are very nicely done engines. For example, Eric Siegel has a couple K-Line locomotives, Weaver locomotives, and they sound nice and they run nice. And there was a couple locomotives towards the end of Weaver's time that had upgraded rail sounds. So towards the end, Weaver was putting newer sounds in, such as Atlas, with what they're doing, putting newer rail sounds in their products. Anyways, that's it for this quick little Fallen Flag video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.